What's up, guys? We're back today with a little, I guess, a how-to video. We got Tay's S13 here, very nice car, SR20 swap, USDM car, but there's rust on the frame rail and there is a little puncture wound back where the seat mount is, the drive side seat mount. We'll get into it, but pretty much today I'm going to show you how to do it, how I do it, how other people might do it. But we're gonna give you step by step and jump into it. Alright guys, so if y'all come here, you can see that there's puncture wounds going on. So this is gonna be a section that we're gonna be repairing. I don't know if he did it, the previous owner did it. It looks pretty old, but there's puncture wounds and drag marks on the frame rail. And another issue that we have going on is this frame rail section is pretty rusty. So today we're gonna go ahead and replace this frame rail. We're going to cut out the bad stuff, put a new one up, and we are going to replace this section of the floor pan as well. The sucky part about this section is the seat bolt bracket is right there on the other side of this floor pan. If that was not there, honestly, since it's not rusty, I would have somebody on the bottom holding a dolly, and I'd be up hammering it, and we'd get it smooth, and I'd weld the crack up. But because the seat mount is there, we're just going to go ahead and cut it out, replace it with the new section. It's a used floor pan, but we'll replace it with the newer section, the better section, and I'll show you how. Pretty much where it's pierced, I'm going to come up a little ways because I'm sure this metal is stressed. I'm going to come out. What you normally want to do is you want to take measurements and know the measurements. That way when you go to the new piece, you can cut out the exact piece and get it set down in nice and smooth. That way you're not overlapping, underlapping. That way it's as factory looking as possible. If somebody with a right eye comes in here, you'll be able to see that I replaced this. But I'm gonna try to mitigate that. So as you can see, this piece is bent because of that fact. And somebody was sitting in the seat when this happened, so it pushed down on it. And the seat fits, but it's not perfect. So we're gonna cut this section out, determine the size, cut that section out, make sure it all fits. I'll tack it in place and then throw the seat on to make sure that the seat fits perfect. Once the seat fits, I'll go ahead and final weld it all, grind it down. If you are going to be overlapping or underlapping a piece, make sure you use like a weld through primer. The weld through primer allows you to weld through the primer. You don't have to grind it down. And when the pieces are overlapping, it'll mitigate rust for a very long time. Moisture buildup, whatever. One thing you want to do before you start welding on a chassis, make sure that battery's unhooked. You don't want to kill or fry any of your electronics. You don't want to backfeed it. It's very rare that that happens, but it will happen. So just take the extra precaution, unhook the battery. It'll save you thousands if it does. Alright, so the process we're going to be doing today is I'm going to drill a hole with a hole saw, and then we're going to take an air saw. That was not in the frame. There you go. Air saw? Cool. We're going to take an air saw, and we're going to cut out the line that I just traced, and back here where this brace is, I'm just going to follow the shape of it. That way it's easier for me to just follow that shape on this piece and match it directly. So the reason why I'm going to go with the air saw today and not a cutoff wheel is because, one, cutoff wheels are, in my eyes, dangerous. Two, they make a mess. And three, if you get grinding shavings on glass, it etches the glass and it ruins the glass. So I'm just going to get rid of all that and just use the air saw. It's safer, it's cleaner, it looks better, it's easier to cut. I'd rather use the air saw. You can use a cutoff wheel if you want, no big deal, as long as you cut the metal out, it doesn't matter. So let's get to it. Can we do like some kind of cool edit? see how good it fits. Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
What's next, Evan?
So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and disconnect the battery. That way we don't backfeed all the electronics when we're welding. Let's see what we got going on. And it looks like there's a kill switch. Easy peasy. Alright, so what I did was, y'all saw us tack it in and weld it in. Kendrick was below holding some aluminum. The aluminum is so that you can fill gaps and you don't have to worry about the weld making like little droplets, I guess you could call it. I don't really know what to call it. It's just so that you can make sure that you can grind down the welds quicker than normal. What I did was, once everything was welded, I ground down this side, got down to bare metal, and bare metal seam sealed all of the welds. And I did the same thing on the inside. This panel is officially done now, and I have to tackle the frame rail now. So as you can see, it rotted through right here, all on the bottom where it was crushed, and it rotted on the inside as well.
Can you cut that light off for a second?
Yeah.
That works too. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, it's real good. While I'm here, I'm gonna try to fix this little hole that was created from whatever created this hole in the back. But we've got these repair panels.
Evan, you could say this car is holy.
It's very holy. We got these repair panels that the customer brought in, and they're pretty damn nice. We're just gonna cut out all the rust and slap these up and weld it in. Bing bong.
Never at ease, I don't know a limit. Chasing a dream, I don't know what sleepers. I got a queen, she lit me the evening. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me the snippet. You well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through its murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage of doing the service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cutthroat from the low, where no love goes. Women buddy like it's been that. Wanna fuck me looking at the bill stack. Off the bubbly buddy, I been stressed out. Let the smoke scream from my chest out. Niggas laced up, I really hate love from a stranger. Shit is fake stuff, only need it from you. Yeah, crash land in the palm of my hand. Bad little flex, wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up, it's litty wherever we float. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor. I stitch up my wounds, was born a soldier. Flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild, shit a trip.
Alright guys, so y'all just saw the time lapse that just went on. You guys saw me cut out this frame rail. There was a bunch of rust in it. It's a good thing that this customer decided to do this. I wish I could shout out the company that made this replacement panel, but I have no clue who it is. We didn't buy this. This was a customer supplied part. It's a great piece. I would highly recommend it. Maybe we can look it up and put it down in the description. But anyways, he had rust about in this area, so I cut completely out and just put this up over it. What I did was I made sure all of the hard, crusty rust was out, and I scraped it all with a wire brush. Then I went in with some rust fix, let it sit for, I think the instructions say like 30 minutes. That neutralizes the rust. And then I went over with some weld through primer. I did the whole inside of this in weld through primer because you won't be able to undercoat it. You won't be able to get the inside. So I put weld through primer on it, and then I welded it completely in. I put primer and then this undercoat on it, and it's as easy as that.
Not gonna
Now,
lie, bro. It looks so good.
does it?
Yeah, it does. Looks great.
Now, don't worry about seam sealing this part. I was thinking about it, but there's holes up on the top of the engine bay frame rail, and it's gonna get water in here no matter what you do, even if you seam seal where you welded. So there's no reason in seam sealing it unless you really want to, but there's not a reason in it.
Next.
They already saw that, I think.
They haven't seen it look like this.
Well, I just seam sealed over it and primed it and undercoated it. That is something that needs to be seam sealed because this is your floor pan, and if you get moisture between these two panels, it's gonna wind up rusting. But it's simple.
You did good.
Thank you.
He did good. All right, bro. Thank you. Caden, we're trying to vlog.
No blog.
People just don't care.
No blog. No blog today.
Ripe like a peach and she snapped me the snippet. Well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage of doing a service.